Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
18.
Again, here's Bernard. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Detroit!
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Again, Jackson forced out to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. K.D. Cannon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that, Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the toss, Bernard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Hey, gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try and run with Bernard. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
All right, now, look at 56.
Don't you think that when
56.
every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
2nd and 10, here's Jackson again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. K.D. Cannon, 44 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
18.
And that'll set them back 5. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to